Welcome back for Phase 2 of our Mentor Certification Program. During this session, we would like to provide you an overview of the program and our approach to the mentoring process. We will cover the following: general keys to successful mentor/mentee relationships, an introduction to the ITF 5 Rings to Success approach to mentoring, the importance in creating a robust LinkedIn profile, and how the foundation makes this a key ingredient to successful mentoring relationships. And lastly, how to get started in the ITF Mentor Program. We have determined the following as keys to a successful mentoring program. First and foremost, the mentor relationship has to be mentee driven. If as a mentee you are not fully invested in making your career a success, no one else can do it for you. A mentor is a coach, someone to share their life and work experiences with you, the mentee. Share with you their successes and failure, provide career guidance, alert you to employer opportunities if appropriate, be both a supporter and a critic, and hopefully become a strong promoter and reference to employers. But as a mentee, you have to work for it. You need to be pleasantly persistent, setting up meetings, following up, and completely jointly agreeing to develop action and plans. It is your career. You own it. From a mentor's perspective, they need to make themselves available to the mentee. The mentor must provide constructive criticism, must follow up on all action items, be positive, and provide the mentee with guidance that will assist and promote the mentee to a successful career. For both the mentor and mentee, open and honest communication is a must. There has to be a level of trust to share ideas and points of view. Both parties will have to be willing to communicate a minimum of 1 hour per month. This can be done in short 30-minute sessions, an email, telephone communication, or a face-to-face session. Mutual respect is imperative. We are busy people with professional, academic, and personal lives. Once there is a commitment to meet, the parties have to make an effort to attend the meeting and to stay within the agreed to time limits. Both parties also need to follow up on all open action items. Although we are not going to do everything, we can make the right match. From time to time, we encounter a personality mismatch. We do not need to force a relationship when this occurs. Either part can approach the mentor administration and request a change. Lastly, both parties need to take full advantage of the mentoring software application that we will be using to help coordinate your activity and manage success of the mentees' careers. ITF has developed the 5 Rings to Success concept for career development and career management. It does not matter if you are beginning your career or a seasoned pro. Each of these elements are critical to your personal success. It is important for you to understand each of these rings in detail and why they are critical to the mentoring process in your personal career development. We will go over the 5 rings in the next several slides. The first ring to success is formal education. We define formal education as any education you received after high school. Typically, we are looking at formal education at a university or college level. But we also include trade schools like Year Up and IC Stars and training that you receive during your certification process. Lastly, we do not only consider information technology education. You may have received formal education in other fields like engineering, culinary arts, sales and marketing, finance, and other fields, and decided later to focus on information technology. It is very important that we capture the non-IT education also, because it could lead us down career paths that we would have not normally considered, like consulting, sales, and marketing. During the mentoring process, we want to keep our options open. The second ring is certifications. In the IT field, certifications are incredibly important. There are many very successful IT professionals that did not get formal education, but instead focused getting advanced technical certifications. At the foundation, we believe that there should be a balance between formal education and certification, but we recognize that certification training can get the receipt to a quicker earning potential. As we all know, in the fast-paced information technology field, technologies come and go, and if you are heavily dependent on a specific technology or vendor certification, you may be vulnerable to changes in the technology field. The second ring is certifications. In the IT field, certifications are incredibly important. There are many very successful IT professionals that did not get a formal education, but instead focused getting advanced technical certifications. At the foundation, we believe that there should be a balance between formal education and certification, but we recognize that certification training can get the recipient to a quicker earning potential. As we all know, in the fast-paced information technology field, technologies come and go rapidly, and if you are heavily dependent on a specific technology or vendor certification, you may be vulnerable to changes in the technology field. CompTIA has developed an excellent tool called the CompTIA Career Roadmap that maps various technology certifications from novice to expert. They include most of the well-known certifications, both industry-specific and general technology certifications. One question that you must answer is more better? Having many certifications may look good on paper, but unless that is combined with actual use of the technology in the real world, it significantly reduces the value of the certification. We recommend that any certifications obtained are put to practical use as quickly as possible. It is also important for you to demonstrate how you apply the certification to your work experience. Lastly, employers do search for employees using the certification as a keyword search. It is another way to get recognized and move ahead of the applicant pack. Work experience is the third ring, and some would argue the most important. Whether this experience came from full-grown employment or internships, it is important to capture and understand how this experience has supported your career growth. We like to break down experience into two categories: early work experience or more career-oriented work experience. We define early work experience as the work experience gained prior to getting your first employment in your chosen IT career track. One area to consider is perhaps you had a summer part-time jobs in non-related IT field, like fast food, Uber, or other areas. It is important to capture this information and include it on your LinkedIn profile. Why is it important to include this non-IT related experiences? Many times, we do not consider the learning experience that we have received from these non-IT related positions. Do you have customers-facing positions where you learned how to apply customer service skills? Did you progress in your part-time position and take on additional responsibilities like shift supervisor or manager? Did you volunteer work that demonstrated a desire to give back in your society? Did the position require you to learn new or advanced skills? These are all potential valuable sets to include in your LinkedIn profile. It demonstrates the desire to learn and excel at any position you pursue. Another area of early career positions would be demonstrated if your work experience occurred prior to making a switch to IT. Perhaps you worked in finance, sales, marketing, operations, manufacturing in a non-IT setting. These are very valuable assets to add to your work experience portfolio. Consulting and application software firms may be looking for skills outside of IT that can be used to provide industry solutions to their client base. As you see, it is important to review your entire portfolio of work and relate to how employers may see it as a value to you in the hiring process. Lastly, and perhaps the most important and influential in meeting your career objectives, is your soft skills. How well do you present yourself? Are you well groomed? Are you a team player? What are your written and oral skills? Positive traits in this area are the most sought after and coveted by the hiring community. Soft skills deficiencies are also typically the most difficult to discuss between the mentor and the mentee, because the topic is very personal. Having said that, it is a critical discussion that must take place between the parties in a very candid and open way. This is a hidden area that prevents candidates from landing the job of their dreams. We have the ability with software application to do a 360 assessment, where you ask a variety of people to assess your skills in this area. This assessment will help the mentee better understand how they may fit in the corporate environment and how to improve their skills in areas where you might have deficiencies. Let's discuss on some of the prerequisites that must be met before we can connect a mentee to a mentor. First and foremost, the mentee must be prepared to take control and drive the relationship with the mentor. Again, it is your career, so you have to determine how much time and effort you are willing to devote to make the mentorship experience a success. Additionally, you must complete the following before a mentor is assigned. Mentee IT certification process. By completing the 3 videos, you will have met this requirement. You must have a LinkedIn profile. You should try your best to make sure it is complete. We have tutorials and the mentor will help you build it. Data gathering, input, example, transcripts, work experience. We'll discuss this requirement in more detail during the final video in the series. We are capturing additional information not normally found on your LinkedIn profile that will help your mentor have a better understanding of you. Career assessment. Is a technology career the right one for you? We hope it is, but there are many aspects to a career in IT. Perhaps you want to be steeped in a particular technology like security or infrastructure. Maybe sales would be a better place for your personal success. Self-assessment. You'll be asked to fill out a self-assessment on your soft skills. Preliminary 360 assessment. We will provide you with the tools to go ask other people to assess your soft skills. This will be shared with your mentor to assist in developing an individual development plan. Don't get nervous. It should only take you less than 2 hours to get set up. Once the mentees complete the certification process, ITF will assign a mentor, taking into consideration area of interest, location, and availability. Although we expect that most relationships will provide a positive experience for both parties, we also recognize from time to time there may be compatibility issues. We wish to mitigate these issues by allowing either party to terminate the relationship. Once ITF Mentor Administration is notified, we will do whatever we can to reassign the parties. Thank you for completing Phase 2 of the ITF certification process. Please direct any comments or questions to mentor@itfound.org.